welcome back to Reality Inspyrd with Ashley Inspyrz. I am back. It is Easter Sunday, and I had an amazing day. We went to Agape International Spiritual Center, which is Michael Bernard Beckwith as the pastor, the Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith, and I thought, I haven't been there in months, and I thought, what better way, maybe a year, it's been a while, and what better way to um, go back than on Easter Sunday. And it was potent. The messaging is resurrection, is this new birthing, this awakening, this coming back to life. And we have to go through the fire to be birthed to life, to grow and to expand in this time and space. So an example he gave was that new growth can't happen in the forest. That can only happen when there's a forest fire that is hot enough for the seed to then blossom, to crack open and start a new growth. And in other ways, we also see that water is a catalyst to growth and expansion. And we could use the metaphor of like the fire and the water being the cleansing, being that energy, that push, that elemental push that gives us the momentum to move forward, to keep showing up for ourselves, to keep cleansing our inner being. Just like we take a shower, we brush our teeth, we wash our face, we shower. That's our hygiene cleanse. We do spring cleaning, we cleanse, we have cleaning rituals. And spirituality is a cleaning ritual for me. It is what you do to nourish, clean, cleanse, and clear your insides. The reminder to do your breath work, do your meditation, do your hypnosis, do your journaling, do your rest, do your physical activity, and do the inspired action. And then I want to say that if you are doing those things and you are like living on purpose with intention of every day, this is what you're going to do, and you're going to feel better and better and more better because you're doing all the things you want to be doing, then you have less space for the energy leakages, the doubt, the other stuff that is taking up mental real estate. And look at that. What is taking up mental real estate in your body, in your mind? And this happens to me a lot. One of the things that got me into hypnosis is looping thoughts. I would just have looping thoughts. If I paused, I'd be like, what am I thinking about? I'm like, I'm saying the same thing over and 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 over again in my head. Like, it's like something I think I'm going to say, or something like a word that I heard. And it's like that keeps going on like a broken record, like a CD with a skip in it. Wow, 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 wow. You're just like, why? Like, I had to get conscious of my mind because it was running rampant. I was like, where are you going? What are you thinking about right now? Why would you be thinking about that? So having those internal cleanses brings you back to a center, brings you back to presence, brings you back to what every preacher and teacher and sage and ascended masters ask of you, in no matter what religion you worship. Presence, meditation, quiet, stillness, contemplation, vastness. It is in those moments when you can get quiet, still. That is your communication with God. And where is that? That is closer than your hands and your feet. That is closer than your breath. It's here. It's just about getting conscious to those spaces in between. Every artist knows that the spaces between the objects are the most important. I love having a dialogue with someone and then we both pause and nobody's trying to fill up the space. I think being able to be still with someone is such a gift, an absolute gift. And even if you're sitting at the table together, not like quiet, looking at your phone, blah, 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 blah. Like you're both just, this feels nice. Presence. Beautiful. So practice. Get into your ritual. Do your breath work so you can move that energy and then let it linger. Let it linger. And then if those thoughts come through, just, don't engage. Just allow them. I visualize bringing myself into a bubble. Nothing can come inside this bubble. It is just me. And it's still because I've got this thing over me. Sometimes also like the evening of a fresh snow, that quiet, that stillness. So quiet, so still. It's the consistency of practice. It's showing up for yourself and doing it. And I hear my mind being like, oh, you got it. Oh, you're doing it. Oh, you're fine. But today was the reminder that I want it every day because it feels good. It feels really good. And it feels good in the ways that I'm free. I'm free from my doubt, I'm not taking ownership of it, free from the worldly static that gets stuck in the backtrack, in the B-roll of conversations that people are having around me that don't concern me, don't energetically feel good, whatever I witnessed that day. Those tracks are going on in the B-roll, and you're not consciously aware of them, but they're still there. So to clear that makes the subconscious clearer, and then you can have more clear thoughts throughout your day, getting clarity and holding on to that clarity for longer periods of time before you get filthy again with all the stuff, the other stuff that you're absorbing from your holding environment, from your work, from your radio, from your television, from your neighbor, from your paper, from your online readings. That stuff sticks with you. And some of it's good, and some of it's just making you feel fear, making you think twice about your health, making you question, what if? And so, like they say, the Salulu is Delulu. Delulu is the Salulu. You want a solution to your pain and suffering, thank you, Jesus the Christ, you have to be slightly delusional and have faith. Have faith that you are clear, you are above it all, you are good. Your acceptance of it is transcendent. It just is. I'm going to get all mad about it. Because getting mad just makes weird lines in your face, so why get mad? And it's also very passionate. And it can pick up momentum and take you down a path that is going to be less than fruitful. Which is the repercussions of karmic propensity. When you get picked up in the momentum, in the pattern, when you're not conscious, when you're living your life unconscious, you fall into karma. And the pattern just repeats itself. And sometimes that is to your benefit. That challenge, that was a blessing dressed up in work clothes. Michael said that today. I loved that. The challenge is a blessing wrapped up in work clothes. We got work to do here. And so sometimes we do fall into our prophecy and our karma, and what you can ask is for the timeline to be sped up, but the karma I've fallen into myself, I was like, oh, I needed that. I needed that lesson. I needed that healing. I needed that understanding. I needed that experience, because it only makes you stronger. It only makes you more realized. It only makes you more authentic and more rooted in and from a place of truth. I believe that is the resurrection. No more punishing yourself for your sins, healing your karma, asking, no more karma, no more karma, no more karma. That's Maureen St. Germain. She wrote Waking Up in 5D, and I've been listening to that as well. And she just says, we have these karmic things, and you can just ask your guides, your dragons, your angels, the higher realms, I like to say the highest vibration of my light, no more karma. If something's kind of pulling me in a direction and I'm unsure about it, no more karma. Where's my yes? And where's my no? Where am I exiting? And where do I keep moving in that direction? Where am I still forward? Healing karma. So if we have this experience of this patterning that keeps happening to us, the only way to heal it is to feel it, accept it, forgive yourself, forgive those involved, and just be love. Just be love. Michael talked about loving thy neighbor as thyself. So easy to love a God, love a Muhammad, love Jah, praise the sun, the gods, the goddesses. It's hard to love your neighbor because you have a judgment about them. But if we come and operate from a place of love, it doesn't mean you have to be with them, talk to them, and it's just an energy that you're putting out there of just being love, accepting what is. Oh, that's how they are. Okay, noted. You don't have to get mad about it. You don't have to have a say about it, because then you're only replaying this cycle that is negative. It's a negative feedback loop, and it comes back to you. And it comes back to you. Whereas if you operate more from love and less judgment and less place of fear and anger, you're just like, we can take politics for say what you will, but I'm like, I just hope what needs to happen is happening. Like, I'm just gonna be here in acceptance. Be here in acceptance. There are things I'm like, oh, really? Okay. But I'm like, okay. I'm just not gonna turn on the news, and I don't usually anyway. So, I get my news from memes on Instagram, and SNL. So I truly I'm in such acceptance of it, and to then give yourself that acceptance yourself, and then accepting others in your life, just whoever you're taking issue with, just accepting them. You don't have to like them, but you have to love them. Because love is a higher frequency. Love is the only thing that can cast out hate and fear. And psychologically, if someone is looking for a fight and you meet them with love, it wires the fuck out of them. They're like, what's happening? Why are they mad at me? Arr. I'm like, okay, you're having a hissy fit. I'm not going to get in there. I'm going to just let you have your little hissy fit. I'm sure there's times when you got to, take the gloves off. And that's another conversation. So I also saw Eckhart Tolle a couple weeks ago, and he said that thought is what creates time. That without thought, there would be no time. And so if you're not thinking, you're in that energetic space of beingness. Spaciousness of thought forms, minimal thought forms, not engaging in thought forms, then you are essentially manipulating time. And that felt really freeing as well. Does it feel freeing for you? We are living in the world of appearances. So there was a guy's birthday. I didn't catch his name, but he led the meditation at the beginning of the service. And then he came and spoke early on as well. And he said, Michael wished him a happy birthday. He said, and he's here and it's his birthday. And we all applauded. He said, well, it's his mother's birthday. It's his appearance day. I was like, yes, thank you. That feels true. That feels really true to me. Like, I'm always thinking, I'm like, oh, happy birthday. I say infinite risings usually. And then I'll say, like, if the mother's there, I'm like, happy birthday. Congratulations. Like, you, woman. This is your day. Every other day is my day, but today is you. So I think that was really interesting, the world of appearances. So happy appearance day. And then we live in this world of appearances where we have a lot of stimulus. We have a lot of things making their appearance, and that's all they are. And you get to choose to engage or not. You get to choose to join the simulation. You get to choose to jump into the matrix, to play the game. And how do you want to play it? How you wake up and how you go to bed and how you take care of your things all in between. How you show up for yourself, the space that you give yourself, your relationships, and your fulfillment is the result will be the life that you want to live. So may you be resurrected to the highest version of you that your future self will thank you for, and your past self is thanking you today for where you are. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I dreamed of this, and now it's here. And I'm so grateful. Because I got you, and I got me, and I got the we, and we're all together. Okay? Ciao for now.